Hello everybody, I'm Munbalance, and this is a quick informational video for anyone interested in joining our adventures on Final Fantasy XIV. The first part of the video will quickly go over how to get in touch with us and join our group over on FF14. Then I'll give some upfront impressions and explain why we're on this adventure in the first place, and finally I'll give you some getting started tips, keeping in mind that I'm still pretty new to the game myself, but I at very least hope to ease the overwhelming anxiety of your first login. If you'd like to join up with us in-game, we're in the Aether Data Center, and the server is Midgardsormr. You don't need to be an NA to join this server. In fact, many of the people playing with us already are not from there. I'd also recommend that you join us over on the Munbalance Discord, where we got a whole chat for Final Fantasy XIV, and you can catch us on non-RO voice chat almost every day lately, as well as on Twitch every weekend, where we run our first impressions of content and generally get our butts kicked. Of course, you should also make sure that you can run the game, but luckily there is a free trial, so you can give the game a try if you want before spending money. To say the game has left a good impression on me would be an understatement. I've had plenty of fun the past few weeks, and I look forward to seeing more of what the game has to offer. To avoid sounding like a complete shill, it's pretty good. It's not pay to win, and even cosmetics are generally higher quality and quantity in the game itself. For those of you who don't play this game, which of these mounts do you think is from the Cashup? Yep, you're correct, it's the cute cat one. All of these other mounts are available within the game for completing objectives, rewarding the player for actually playing the game. The only example of Cashup advantages I could argue with are the level and story skips, which are generally recommended against anyway, since the story is, for those who kind of enjoy that thing, pretty good. And even if you are skipping through dialogues and cutscenes, the amount of world info that you soak in from running through it is pretty valuable. Other than that, there is also this bike that is slightly faster, but this speed is achievable in-game. The bike just gets it early. You're probably wondering why we're finding distractions from our usual RO doings, and there's a few reasons, and it mainly has to do with the devs themselves harming the game, in my opinion. Rather than making progressively more negative videos, I think my effort is better spent trying to find something new and evolve the channel along with it. Not that I'm finished with RO or anything, I just really don't see a reason to make RO videos until 17.2 comes out. And this space that I would usually fill with class and build guides is made irrelevant by the ever-present and absurd degree in which the game is imbalanced currently. I hope that cures any curiosity you RO peeps might have had, but now let's get into some getting started tips. Races are essentially aesthetic only. They give minor stat differences, but by the end of the game, these statistical differences are essentially negligible. Choosing a job will set you in a different starting area, but the stories meet up extremely early in the game. In addition, touching the blues gives you a fast travel option to every main area in the game from anywhere. Job choice is also not something to stress over, since you could swap classes at any time outside of combat or dungeons, and all the classes can be unlocked on a single character. In addition, there is also crafting and gathering jobs which stray away from combat completely. Gameplay-wise, it's a holy trinity MMO, so more or less characters are defined more by their roles, in which there are 3, tanks, healers, and damage-focused classes. The balance is definitely better than RO currently is, so you should focus more on what you want to play rather than what you can play. The difference between the best and the worst in FF is measured by a percentile, not a Richter scale, so you won't get thrown out of parties due to your class choices. Links are down below. If you have any questions, you can leave them down in the comments. And of course, don't forget to join us gamers over on Discord so you have something to do during isolation. Anyway, thanks guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cypher.
Yeah?
If I upload this to YouTube, a Matsu dungeon rework.
Yup.